Well, thank you. Welcome back again. So, our last video, I intuitively explained on how to get the minimum value of any quadratic expression. Now, I remember promising you that our next video will be about finding the maximum value of also quadratic expressions, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. So, how to find the maximum value of quadratic expression is our next move. So finding maximum value of quadratic expressions. So I'm going to begin answering this by using example number 1. So they are saying find the maximum value of this expression here, 5 minus 2x then minus 4x squared, then for all x being real values. So for all x being real values. And then how do you do this? So solution. This is very simple. As I told you, we use the same method, completing squares, and we shall begin with this expression here, which is 5 minus 2x minus 4x squared. As I remember when we were beginning completing squares, I remember telling you that for you to use that method, the coefficient of x squared must be strictly 1. So look at this. The coefficient of x squared is -4. So that means you can never apply completing square method when this equation is like that. So we are going to do some simple logic, some simple magic. So what we are going to do is we are going to do some simple magics to make the coefficient of x squared to equal to 1. And how should we do this? We are going to factorize. What we do, we are going to factorize the entire coefficient of x squared outside such that will remain with 1. And when we do this, we shall do something like this. We are going to factorize this -4 outside, and when we factorize this and we arrange it properly in this format here of x squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, so we shall get something like x squared. Okay, I've begun with this part here, x squared, then plus, remember here it is minus 2x, so it will be plus a half x, and then plus a half x, then we can leave 5 alone, because I know now when I expand this, trust me, I will be able to come back here. Is it clear? I've just dealt with this part because I wanted the coefficient of x squared to be 1. Yeah, so hope it is clear. Then after reaching at this stage, now everything seems to be simple and cheap. Look how. So I'm going to do this. Minus 4 x squared plus a half x. Now the coefficient of x is not a half, because when you take a half, that means you are now excluding that -4 that is outside the brackets, so you have to also include it there. Okay, so the half of if you get a half, this a half here, and maybe simplify it from here. If I have a half, then divide it by half, it will be a quarter. Then you square it, you get 1 out of 16 for this part only. so to be plus 1 out of 16, then plus 4, because remember this 4 it was for this and it is outside, so it will be 4 out of 16, then plus 5 is this one here. Is it okay? So after from this point I can compute this. I know that if I have 4 out of 16 plus 5, this is out of 1, to be this, I think it will be, is it to be 21 out of around, is it 4? 21 out of 4. You can check using that calculator of yours and you tell us. So I can say this will be 21 out of 4, then minus this, which is minus 4 into this will be x plus a quarter, then everything squared, because I know when I expand this I'll be able to come back here. Is it okay? So now, as I told you, x plus a quarter squared, this expression must always be greater than or equal to 0. So what does this imply? It really implies that 5 minus 2x minus 4x squared has a maximum value of 21 out of 4 when x is equal to negative a quarter. And I got negative a quarter because I assumed this to be equal to 0. So when I have that, which is x plus a quarter, everything squared equaling to 0, so you just take a square root to both sides, so this will cancel, so this will remain with x plus a quarter is equal to 0 squared. 0 squared is same as 0, so this, and when this goes this side it will be a negative, therefore we shall get x equaling to negative a quarter. So this negative a quarter, it is this one here. So as long as this expression here, this quadratic expression, has x equaling to negative a quarter, it means that the maximum value will be at this point here. Thank you for watching. Hope you understood how to calculate or how to find for maximum values, and I think you have enjoyed. So in our next video we shall see how to use completing squares to derive a quadratic formula, and then from that we shall be able to switch on to a new topic called trigonometry. And me, I say trigonometry is the mother of pure mathematics. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.